Hey guys, I'm back for another LEGO review, and today we're taking a look at my custom LEGO Transformer, Wheeljack. Here you can see Wheeljack in his Lancia Stratos rally car mode. Just like the old car, he's pretty wide and flat. He's got a lot of angles to him, and this nice kind of Italian looking color scheme to go well with his vehicle mode. Wheeljack here is a little bit bigger than he should be to be perfectly in scale with the other guys I've been making, but compared to Prowl here, he's not too big. He might just be like a little bit wider than he should be. But the Lancia is a bit of a wider and flatter car, so it does work out well. And as a group, they all look pretty good together, so it still works out. But anyway, let's get on to transformation. So the first thing you want to do is pick him up and just pull his arms out from the side here. And now you want to take this part here in the back, fold that down, get that out of the way. Now we want to flip up this part here, that'll become his chest. And while we have that out of the way, I just want to make sure I get these parts back all the way down. And let's just rotate the arms out like that, away from the shoulders, just to make some room. So now we want to flip that a little bit more forward. Now we want to, let's rotate the camera, take these parts up here and fold back these little panels that were covering his head, and of course it breaks. Get that out of the way. Flip up these little red parts that kinda simulate his wings on his back, and let's rotate this down. Get that as out of the way as we can. It ends up being kinda messy, so there's not a lot we can do back there. Now let's take his feet, which I'm pretty happy with how these came out. Flip that around, fold it back, and turn it into like the back of his foot, and then flip his foot forward. And do that on this side as well. Flip this panel around, flip it around, and form the back of his foot. So now he has his proper feet that he should have. So now we got his feet done, so now let's bend his elbows, make that look a little more dynamic. And here we have Wheeljack in his robot mode. And for the most part, he looks pretty good. The biggest thing that you can see right off the back is he has a lot of stuff up on his shoulders. More than it really should be, but it's not terrible. It doesn't look as clean as the cartoon, but the old toy did have some junk up there, so it's not too bad. I do like that you can see the back of the car back here, which is pretty cool. I like how that looks. And overall, I'm just really happy with this guy. He reminds me a lot of the what was it called? I guess Classics or Generations or whatever line they called it at that time. The newer version that they made of this guy. He reminds me a lot of that figure. And I'm pretty happy with how he came out. He's got a good size to him. He looks good with the other Autobots that I've made recently, such as Jazz and Prowl and Sideswipe and a lot of those guys. They're all around the same height, so that works pretty nicely. I'm also really happy with how his head came out, that I actually was able to fit the little side panels on the side of his head that would light up when he would talk in the old show. Thank you guys for watching this video. I got a lot more coming out in the future, so be on the lookout for that. And I'll see you in the next video.